Hello everybody, welcome back to Chisme Championships. My name is Cristal, and let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. We have two games today in store for us. First, we have the Celtics facing the Knicks, followed by the Timberwolves against the Warriors. Now, both of these series have been rather interesting considering they have been full of surprises. Might we say. We have the Knicks who have kind of been upsetting the Celtics. I had the Celtics in 5 and, it's just not looking like that's going to be the case. It looks almost like it could be a possible sweep if the Celtics do not get their shit together, And then as far as the Timberwolves and Warriors series goes, it's very unfortunate that Steph Curry is out, And with the Warriors, it just doesn't seem like there's any cohesiveness going on right there. There's no there's no alignment within the team, They looked really, really lost against the Timberwolves in the previous game. We're going to see what my cards say with both of these games. They were correct in both predictions yesterday, so that was crazy. Beautiful, beautiful games. Actually, no, the Nuggets game absolutely stressed me out, but I'm happy that we ended up with a win. But we're not focusing on those today. We're going to focus on today's games. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for the first quarter for the Celtics and the Knicks, we have the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, okay. Good. Someone is leading the communication, and there's a lot of trust within the team with and for this person. Ace of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, I see Knicks energy. I see them coming in with that mindset of, let's finish this. We started something. Now that we are back home, it's time to get this shit done. They have been waiting and saving their energy for this moment. And I just see they combat anything that's kind of thrown their way, at least in this first quarter, with good defense and good answers to anything that the Celtics seem to do. I don't see Celtics energy just yet. I very much see that the Knicks have overpowering energy in the first quarter. It's kind of crazy. Second quarter. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay. Some wish fulfillment. Two of Wands. We had the Two of Wands in the previous reading for them. And the King of Pentacles. Yeah, we have someone stepping up for the Knicks. I'm getting Jalen Brunson, but I'm also getting Josh Hart. Josh Hart had an amazing game. Game 2, by the way. I think he was their top scorer. But I also see them just kind of waiting. Still waiting it out and not trying to get their hopes up necessarily. Yes, there's things that are flowing for them and everything, but they're trying their best to kind of hold it together. I very much see overwhelming Knicks energy. I don't see, even though I see some green in here, there's no Celtics specifically that are oh my god, we're coming in with force. I don't see that. I don't even see passion coming from the Celtics. I don't know if they already feel defeated. They shouldn't. But yeah, it seems like something complete. I don't get anything from them. Okay, after halftime, do the Celtics have an answer? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Do they have an answer? The Six of Cups. Oh my god. The cards are flying for this reading, which is a little rare. They have been very quiet in this round of readings, I will say, but for this game they're and a couple things here, because we have still prominent Knicks energy, but there's an instance too where I do see some Celtics energy. However, I don't necessarily see it in the most positive way. I wonder if they try to take justice in their own hands, or feel like they have been mistreated in some way and just kind of maybe play a little bit dirty, kind of go against their morals or something like that. I don't see it being a necessarily good game. I see, the Celtics getting very, very frustrated, and this brings, the Two of Swords here. They are not in alignment with a lot of things that are going on right now versus the Knicks that seem to have so much flowing for them. So, I don't see them having the best third quarter. They probably have more of a flow to their game in the third quarter, but I don't see them surpassing or even getting past this bubble of doubt or just again, unalignment that they're in. So I have Knicks energy as of now the entire way. And the Seven of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. There's a possibility. There's a possibility that the Celtics end up giving the Knicks a taste of their own medicine, that they come back in the fourth quarter the same way that the Knicks have come back in the past. And, you know, it gives the Knicks a sense of like, damn it, we were so close of like possibly getting a sweep. We were right there. But I'm also seeing a sense of like deception on the Knicks, and like they probably didn't push through the entire way, which makes me wonder if the energy I sensed in the third quarter was more on their end of like their mind isn't necessarily aligning with like second half of the game. So I think my cards have the Celtics kind of like pulling a Knicks, coming out with like some good ambition. We're going to get my moon deck and see if that clarifies who ends up taking the game. Communication is key. Yeah, so, which obviously makes sense, right? In game time decisions. In the games, especially that are as high stakes as they are in the playoffs, you know, you gotta fucking communicate with your team. And even though I see the Knicks doing quite a bit of that in the game, it feels like the Celtics found a way to do it in a more prominent way. With it being the new moon, I get it being more towards the momentum of someone who hasn't had that energy, you know, something isn't being completed just yet. There's new energy, there's new passion, there's new, communication with what you're fucking set to do. So, cards have the Celtics in today's game. This series, again, has been not the most exciting, and I think it's just because of the absence of Steph Curry, but who knows, maybe the Warriors will have an answer for the Timberwolves today. They are back in San Francisco. We have the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my god, the Magician. We have not gotten that one in this deck. And the King of Pentacles. Okay. I'm sensing Jimmy Butler. I'm sensing this energy, this like old school energy, but like he's been waiting to kind of like bring it out. So it's kind of like bringing back like those old memories again, like bringing back the old Jimmy Butler, like everything that he used to do. I'm not saying that it's going to be like exactly mirroring that energy, but it's going to be in a very useful way. He's going to come out hot, and definitely the main source for the Warriors at this time. And again, the reason why I'm saying specifically to the Warriors and Jimmy Butler is because home team in San Francisco. So I see the momentum towards the Warriors in the first quarter. Second quarter. 7 of Cups. A lot of choices to be made. Temperance. Oh, balance. So Timberwolves probably come back. They're like, okay, cool, you had your fun, but it's time for battle. It's time for war. Like, we're not going to let you just take this game so easily. So any momentum that the Warriors might have had in the first quarter kind of, I don't want to say completely gets diminished in the second quarter, but it very much seems like the Timberwolves come back. Like, I don't know if they like identify right away everything that the Warriors are doing, but they're very much in alignment. And again, they bring more of like balance to the scoreboard or even like the gameplay and just like the amount of energy that is like spent on both sides. But I see more hype and more intensity in the second quarter, and I do see the Timberwolves taking the lead after second quarter into halftime. Okay, who has the energy after halftime? We have Strength, the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, looks like the Warriors are not backing down without a fight. And the World. Oh man, we have some prominent, like very similar colors going on in this reading. You know, a lot of red and the yellow and the green, but like they're very like specific in the way that they flow with each other. So I do see the Warriors just not letting up. Like, they seem to also be coming back with a lot of strength and a lot of motivation that they're just not going to let go as easily as they have in the past too. Like, they know that they don't have Curry. They know that it's going to be a freaking battle without him. So let's like prove our strength, man. I'm getting a lot of Draymond Green right now, a lot of his energy. And I don't know if it's going to be in a way that he's just kind of like, fuck it, like, let's just get this over with. Or like he's the one that brings the team together, which is a little surprising. But, you know, I'm getting a lot of Warriors energy in the third quarter. Cards were sticking. Believe in the impossible, which again just reaffirms to me that the Warriors are going to come in winning this game, because I don't believe a lot of people have a lot of faith in them to get out of this series. Even some people in their own fan base who I've like talked to have told me that they are just not positive about how this is going to end up. So believe in them possible, y'all. My cards have the Warriors. But we have some amazing games ahead of us. Even though the Knicks are ahead 2-0, those games have been pretty interesting in the way that the Knicks have come back from 20-point deficits in both games and still managed to win. So, we'll see how, accurate my cards are. They do have the Celtics winning today. Will they be able to do it and not get swept in the series? We're about to see, because if they don't win tonight, it's also very, detrimental to their success later on in the series, The game is the Timberwolves and the Warriors, and we're going to see what happens with that. Again, will the Warriors let the absence of Steph Curry really affect them? Or will they stand up, show their strength, and annihilate their competition? Because they have been doing that in the past, They're known to do that. So we're going to see. We're going to find out. We're signing off. I do want to wish my Mexican mothers and my mothers in Mexico a very happy Mother's Day. Feliz Día de las Madres. A mi mamá, te amo mucho. Estoy muy orgullosa de ser tu hija. To my sisters, I love you both so, so much. And I can't wait to celebrate, your day with you later on today. As always, y'all, continue liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing my channel to anyone that you think will like this content. Adios. Bye.